Hey, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Stephanie, and this is the Chaos Chronicles.
Life's messy, weird, and totally unpredictable.
And we are here to talk about all of it. No filters, no fake perfect lives, just pure, unhinged, glorious chaos.
So grab a drink.
And let's dive right in. All right. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys, for our next episode of Chaos Chronicles. Yay!
Oh my God.
Stop making fun of me, all
I'm not
right?
making fun of you.
We are supposed to be supporting one another and our girl's girl, which is what today's topic is all about.
Oh, yes.
Our girls crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So, can you be a girl's girl and still call out toxic behavior?
100%.
Well, that's what
We're going to talk
today.
about that, though.
So, let's start off with a story.
This is what prompted the story,
God.
the
Okay.
topic, the
So,
thought.
without reading this person's text messages, because, this...
Somebody posted this online, so therefore it is public knowledge.
That's fair. Okay. All right. So, backstory. Apparently, this couple were getting ready to go out or what have you. They were meeting somewhere at a coffee shop, I'm assuming.
And it sounds like a new couple. It's not like a very established
doesn't it?
couple. It definitely is like a new
They're
thing.
posting it around we dated the same guy, so I would
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
That's fair. All right.
Anyway,
So, girl was running 15 minutes late. She communicated that, okay?
communication, green flag.
Green flag, communication. She can
Yay.
communicate. And he says, hey, no problem. All
Green
right.
flag.
Confirmed where they were meeting.
Green flag.
She says, okay, perfect. I'm on my way, and then gave the time.
Oh, wait, hold on. There was one part. He also joked, you missed my kick-ass parallel parking skills because she's running late.
Yeah.
100% found that. Like a
That
good
was
flirty
funny.
joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
100% all about that.
Plus,
Sounds great.
a guy can parallel park.
Yeah.
This
I
day
mean,
and
I have
age.
no problem parallel parking.
Yeah, but guys are supposed to be able to. Everybody knows women
Okay.
can't. I can, but
Yeah.
all right.
All
Okay,
right, so
back on topic.
We're all about this so far. We're
Right.
very invested. She's
Right.
15 minutes late. He's joking. He's obviously not irritated about her being late.
Right.
It happens.
Green
Okay.
flag,
Green
all the way.
flag.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
This is, he says, so the line is 50 people long. You want me to get you something, or you just want me to wait until you get here?
Green
And she
flag.
says, please get me something.
He was thoughtful.
He
All right.
responds with, do you drink Karen coffees or something simple?
I found that
I thought
hilarious.
it was freaking hilarious.
I thought that was hilarious.
Okay, how did you interpret that, though, when he says, do you take Karen coffees or something simple?
Like, I thought it was like him joking, be like, hey, are your coffees complicated? 'Cause obviously, clearly, new relationship. Are your coffees complicated, or are they going to be like a simple, hey,
Right?
quad white mocha, no iced, no whip?
I personally found it
I
hilarious.
don't think that's
However,
complicated, but-
anonymous member 866. I'm surprised so many people are blowing this off. He's essentially saying something other than simple coffee is problematic. This translates to, I don't want to put the effort into getting to know you phase, which tells me exactly how he'll be if this progresses to a relationship.
Anonymous 866, you are delulu. That is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous comment.
Followed by, y'all should look into the burned haystack dating method. Holy hell, this guy is a red flag. I got burned haystack dating method.
Oh, we didn't look into that.
I
We should
know, we
look
gotta
into
look
that.
into that.
Also, Anonymous 866, you need therapy.
Facts.
That is not. Why is this so
So,
dramatic? Like,
God-
that seems so dramatic.
Right?
He was just
It's a
asking
red
if
flag.
coffee is complicated
Well-
or if it's simple. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I think that's him asking green flag.
So, God bless anonymous member 649.
Oh, 649. Okay. So we like 649.
We like her so far. It says, you're the one who's 15 minutes late, and he's politely offering to get you something. He's trying to be lighthearted.
Oh,
I
sweet
wouldn't want
and
my
funny.
private text blast on a group like this over something so minor. I feel bad for him.
100%. I agree with 649.
I did not keep myself anonymous, and I wrote all of this. Because women, don't get me wrong.
Come on. Why are we so unhinged?
Dude, this is
Why
why
are we
women,
unhinged?
men say
Also,
that all women are crazy.
to you. Totally did not mean that. Unhinged. Stop being unhinged, women. Like, Come on.
Like, oh my gosh. So then that takes us to this whole thing of, can we still be a girl's girl? Because one of the member
Oh.
866 also said that, you know, several people pointed out that she was ridiculous and that she is probably single. Her response was, I'm actually married. I'm just here to be a girl's girl.
Okay. So
back
does
to
that
my-
mean I'm not a girl's girl for pointing out when
Calling people out
somebody
on their
is
shit?
being crazy?
Male or female? I don't discriminate.
I have no problem telling male or female or whatever you identify as, you need therapy. And
or seek the boss therapy.
seek the boss therapist.
Gosh.
I have no problem doing that.
Oh my God. Okay. In case you guys didn't
Does
notice,
that make me the asshole? Am I the asshole for
you
that?
are not the asshole. Okay.
I'm going to make all of these signs be used today.
These signs are the best. But also, like 866. Who hurt you? I have questions. I have questions.
Hold on. I have questions sign.
I like my emoji guy because I use this quite
I
frequently.
have questions. Yes.
And
Who
then if we
hurt
really
you?
want to call him out,
And
like,
are you in a good relationship with your husband that you so hate?
I feel embarrassed for you, just like the puppy. Okay. Anyway,
All right. So,
so back to topic.
Can we still be a girl's girl and call people out? Or I guess maybe what is a girl's girl?
That was what I was trying to figure out. Okay, so in the process of trying to figure
am I
out,
actually a girl's girl? Tell me if I am a girl's
Well,
girl. If I
let's
just
see
think
here.
I'm a girl's girl.
Is it TikTok's version or is it real life version?
Well, I don't live my life on TikTok, so
Neither do I.
real
It's
life.
Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like everything's Instagram.
All right, so the traits that are usually associated are they're loyal,
Okay.
ride or die,
I feel like I have that with some people.
no competition.
I mean, I feel like I'm ride or die with you. We started a podcast.
God bless you. Bless your heart on this one, man.
I
You don't know
feel
what you
like-
got into.
Right. I feel like I'm very supportive of your side hustles and your adventures.
We've already talked about that. It's because once
Yeah.
I'm a multimillionaire, we're just going to travel the world, and you're going to be there.
Perfect.
You're going to
Yeah.
be my beach buddy, drinking mimosas
Wonderful.
with me.
That's why I support you so much in your hustles. You have the drive for all these side hustles. I got the supporting friends.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just dragging you along. I'm like, Kayla, I have an idea, and you're
All
just
right,
like,
let's do it.
okay, let's go.
100%. We're testing out aerial things at some point in time.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, I got to bring that out.
That's going to be fun. We
All
should
right.
do a quick little video of that, of us testing it.
Testing out the aerial yoga.
Yeah. So, okay, I feel like so far I'm a girl's girl.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, no competition.
I'm not a competitive person by nature in general, except for this stupid contest at work. Now that somebody has pulled into the lead, now I'm feeling very competitive because this person has been just terrible to me. So now I'm like competitive about it. But in general, I'm not a competitive person.
So I'm a competitive person. However, with that being said, if like one of my girlfriends wants to go do something that maybe like I came up with the idea, I'm like, no, you know what? You want to go do it? Let's go do this. Like I will be right there with you the entire time. So if you need help or whatever, like I'm there.
You should do the mud girl run.
Oh no, that
wanna
involves
do it.
dirt and getting dirty. Do you know how many people come back with so many like necrotizing stuff?
I know, I've done it.
And you
But
came
then
back
my friend
alive.
got injured in the middle of it.
See? That's what happens when you run through
But it
the
was
mud
fun.
and muck.
It was fun. Anyway.
Okay, sorry. So back to this, but no, that's why a lot of people also find that one of my side hustles, I do photography. For those of you who don't know, but I also mentor
Stephanie
a
Jackson
lot of.
photography.
Hey, thanks.
Kayla does the behind the scenes photos.
She does. She takes over my social media. Sometimes it's amazing. But I also mentor a lot of other photographers who a majority of them are women. And one of the biggest questions that people ask me is, don't you feel kind of weird mentoring your competition?
Okay. I feel like that's a
No,
Sure.
I don't. And here's why. And here's one of the things that I learned a long time ago is they are not my competition because what I have to offer, they can't provide.
okay.
We all have different clientele. We all have different ways of how we shoot. We all have different styles of editing. What I produce doesn't necessarily mean that another photographer can produce that. No matter how much I tell them what my lighting is, what my angles, camera angles are, or my camera settings, they cannot replicate my work. So no, they're not my competition. I am there to help them. And especially right now, a lot of women are asking, hey, our so and so lost their job, or, with all the uncertainty with like the government contracts and stuff, a lot of them are looking for extra money to bring in. I am helping them do that. I don't view myself or them as competition.
I'm going to start Kayla T photography just because the way it rolls off my tongue.
We should. I'm telling you, you should.
All right. We're going to do it.
That's
That'll
a
be our
different
next
story. Yeah.
We'll progress my side hustle.
I know, right?
My new side hustle.
New side hustle.
Decided right now.
I
All
like
right.
it. Okay, so another one is always supportive.
Yeah. We're based on this. We're girls.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody who is always supportive.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there to support you, but at the same time, I will tell you, hey, we kind of need to reel it back a little, or let's look at something from a different perspective.
Good, because I don't see all the perspectives on things.
Well, neither do I. But as we figured out, and what we always say is both of our heads together sometimes makes the whole one.
Yeah, sometimes us together makes the whole
we
brain.
We make a whole brain sometimes, not always. Okay,
Most of the
so far, right? We're girls.
We're girls. All
okay.
right. So,
All right.
Does that mean the fact that we didn't agree with this makes us less of a girl's girl? Or are they just delusional?
Well, it depends on the situation.
Well, okay, based on this situation, we're going on this one. The story
so
you just read.
The story we just
Do we have
read,
to have blind loyalty
I
to
don't-
girls because she's a girl? We have to.
just blindly accept it. No, I mean, based off of the story, I mean, he was extremely sweet about it in the sense that he wasn't freaking out at the fact that she was running late. Because, I mean, there are some people who have been like, oh my God, she's running late. She's always running late.
Yeah. Well, maybe he doesn't know she's always late.
That's fair.
He hasn't figured
But
that
at
out
least
yet.
we know he can parallel park.
He can parallel park.
And
he's
he will order the
joking.
coffee for you
Yeah,
ahead of time.
he'll get in line for you.
Right?
Man, that's half the annoyance about it. That's why I don't go to Starbucks. It's because of the
The
line.
line. He's waiting in line. He is taking time out of his day to wait in that line for you.
You are not the asshole, dude. I can't.
Dude is not the asshole. Okay,
All right.
there's the sign. It's backwards still, so I'm getting used to the mirror thingy. Okay. So where did the term come from? Girl's girl. And how has social media warped it?
I was like, I feel like it's 100% a social media
Right?
term.
Right.
That's where it came from.
100%. So we go back to TikTok world versus real world. They make it look like there's only one way to do it,
Yeah.
and it's their way,
Yeah.
and that's it.
But I think we get into it later on.
Well,
We're
right
gonna
here.
we're just going to
It
skip
says
it.
when it becomes performative. Like, I'm not one of those girls disguised as the opposite.
Well,
Maybe
and
we
then
are.
also, like,
Where'd it go? I know I had all of them.
right? When being a girl's girl covering up for toxic behavior.
Right.
Like, blindly being like, I will pump you up no matter what. Sure, great. But also, I'm going to call you out on your shit. There you go, Donna. I said it. I said a cuss word. Donna was listening and she said, you guys cuss at work, but you don't. And
She's like, I wanna live
"Your podcasts
vicariously
are
through
so
you."
PG.
It's so PG. What'd she say? It's so clean.
It's so clean.
I was
There we
like-
go. I said a cuss word just for you.
Meanwhile, I
And I give you a shout out.
every other. I know. Right?
Thanks for listening.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, but I'm going to call you out on it if you're being dumb. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not a girl's girl.
Well, according to this, yes, you are. You're not a girl's girl.
Well, according to the definition you just told me at the beginning, I was a girl's girl.
Well, you know what?
Because I will be honest with you and tell you that you're being toxic and delusional and ridiculous, that means I'm not a girl's girl just because you're a girl.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this though: if you're going to call people out and on their,
I'm going
their
to call
crap,
guys out on their crap too.
right?
Does that just mean I'm
You're an equal opportunity.
an equal
crapper outer caller.
opportunity? Yeah.
Crap caller outer.
Crap caller outer. I'll add that to my resume. Equal
Official.
opportunity crap caller outer.
Okay. All right. So then this back to like Instagram and TikTok. So is it brands and influencers that are exploiting it? Are they just using it as like a term to, make themselves, oh, I'm a girl's girl. Like, I also wonder, like, how many of those influencers who claim to be girls and who are supportive and basically feed into this delusion of whatever, in this particular case, that he's a red flag Are they just feeding into the delusion, and do influencers exploit that?
So I feel like 100% they are feeding into the delusion, but also caveat, I apparently do not follow enough influencers to know adequately if they really are, but based on kind of like what I've seen in these comments and stuff, like 100% I feel like they're feeding into it more than, and like making it something more. I shouldn't have to blindly 100% follow because you're a girl, follow your advice or follow your whatever,
Right.
and or bump you up if I think you're doing something dangerous or terrible. Like, I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know, hey, jumping off that cliff, hanging yourself off that cliff to get that Instagram photo that has a 90-foot drop with no safety thing, that's crazy. You need therapy.
Where's the?
You
need therapy.
if you blindly follow these influencers and if you blindly think that
And their
hey,
delusional life.
and then they need to seek out the boss therapist. I could get to it. They need to seek out the boss therapist if they are perpetuating this mindset.
To me, that's insane. Like, so I guess, like, you can 100%, like, I will be 100% supportive of my female friends, but at the same time, like, I don't have a problem calling them out.
Yeah. I mean, I'll also 100% be supportive of my male friends too if they decided to do something.
I don't have a
Something
problem
smart.
calling them out either.
Yeah, I don't have any problems calling them out. So does that mean we're just people? We're not girls?
We're not girls. Oh, maybe.
Maybe. We're just people.
We're just people.
I'm fine being a people person.
I don't mind it. I mean, so then right here it also says, can you critique a woman and still be a feminist?
Yes.
I guess, like,
that's how you build somebody up. If you constantly, like, if you were to constantly say, Kayla, that shirt looks great on, not this one specifically, but if you were constantly telling me that shirt looks great on you, and it's one of the multiple colors you tell me I cannot wear, even though I
Gray. You
like to
cannot wear gray.
I can wear gray.
You can't wear gray.
I can wear gray.
No.
Yes.
Or pink. A redhead can't wear pink.
Depends on the shade, okay? It all depends on the shade. But if you constantly tell me, hey, you look great in that shirt, and I look terrible in that shirt, that's not helping me grow as a person. That doesn't make you not a feminist. That's you. I think that makes you more of a feminist because you're helping build me up and tell me,
right? You're
hey,
not feeding into the delusions.
Those aren't your colors,
right?
Let's get you looking great in the navy blue, royal blue. What color was I wearing? The emerald green I was wearing.
See, that's
yesterday.
a pretty color on you.
I liked that color.
It's a pretty color on you.
So yeah, you're building me up and helping me out, which I feel like that makes you, if you call me out and critique me in an appropriate way, like just be like, you're ugly. Like, in a,
hey bitch, you look like shit today.
And this is why. That's why you have to give me the, and this is why.
Not just because I feel like being a total,
A total bitch. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm here for you.
No, but like you can critique a person and critique a woman and still be a feminist and still be a girl's girl. I feel like that makes you more of a girl's girl and more of a, I don't have to blindly agree with you to be a girl's girl.
Right. I think that's the key word there. You don't have to be blindly, like, you don't have to blindly agree to be a girl's girl. Whereas some people on here are like, nope, he's a man. Basically, anything with a penis, she doesn't like. Maybe she's a lesbian.
Maybe. Oh. But I do feel like on this group that a lot of them are just blindly, yeah, girl, oh, yeah.
Yes, queen.
Yeah. And if it's on, but also I feel like that doesn't benefit the person in growing and healing and help, like, learn.
No.
Like, no,
it's
you are
into
crazy for thinking that this is, like, being offended by him asking you if you drink a complicated drink or not.
Yeah.
That's all he was asking. He just wants to know. He wasn't meaning anything by it. And he was trying to make a joke and say it in a funny way.
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious too.
Again.
And then I was wondering if my drink is considered a Karen drink at Starbucks.
Well, we've already determined that I don't know how to order drinks, so I just go.
You just go and be like, where's the app?
The mobile app.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know all the fancy. Just give me freaking the thing with the caffeine and the pink balls.
Caffeine and pink balls. That's how I'm gonna order. I'm gonna have to get this drink. It looks really good, and it's pretty. It's
pretty.
Blue and pink.
It is, and then when you get down to the bottom, it looks purplish.
Yeah.
It's because it has pink balls and blue water.
Anyway.
Okay, so then back to the 90-foot drop. When protecting women enables harmful behavior, so covering up toxicity in female groups and group friends.
Yeah, no.
Friend
Why are
groups.
we putting our people?
To me, that's not being a girl's girl. To me, that is
Yes.
just, again, feeding into dangerous behavior.
I agree.
And you need therapy.
Then they either
You know what?
die.
Red flag. They are red flags.
Yeah,
Red flags.
These
red
people
flag
are
friends.
red flag friends. You can.
RFF, red flag friends.
You don't have, just because you're a friend still means you can have red flags.
Facts.
I read that article. That girl died because she was I saw that thing on Instagram and decided to go try it out. And
The influencers in
the
the wild.
influencers, yeah. Like, why would you encourage that dangerous behavior? Because the influencer had even said in there before it was taken down, let me see your images like this. Let me see, or something to that effect of, let me see, or show me your similar images. So this person went to try to recreate it and didn't know that this other person had basically faked the photo that they had done and sent. And then she went to the same spot that she thought this person was on and then tried to recreate it, and had a 90-foot drop and died.
I think in things like that, they should add like a caveat. Hey, this was done with me actually only being 2 feet off the ground.
100% they should, but they don't, because then it doesn't.
So it's blind
meet their
loyalty.
thing. Yeah. And it's not a virtue. You cannot, no.
No. So, no.
And then I felt bad because in the comments of the article, people were like, this person is dumb. Yes, she did a dumb thing, but you can't tell me you've never done a dumb thing.
I am perfectly perfect in every way. I am
Absolute
Mary
lie.
Poppins.
100% lie.
No, I don't actually admit to
I
that. Oh no, I'm an
but
idiot.
yeah,
I'll
and
admit it.
This, I'm sure, I'd hope that they didn't read this, but this person's family, who, yes, somebody did a dumb thing, and she was younger, early 20s. Like, you can't tell me you never did dumb shit in your early 20s. I did a lot of dumb shit in my early 20s.
Okay, I was
So-
drunk half the time. I'll admit it.
Don't be a jerk about their dumb shit. Just call them out and be like, hey, this was dumb and this is why, and let's fix this. Let's fix your dumb stuff
You're dumb. So
and
we can't
grow
fix
and
that.
learn from it before you injure yourself and kill yourself. You're scrolling.
I know. I'm trying to.
We jumped a lot.
We did. Now we're gonna find where.
I ruined her flow.
God, Kayla.
I'm sorry.
You're not being a girl's girl right now.
I'm
You
not,
completely
but I
ruined
have
it.
a mustache.
Must you ask me a question? That didn't work right.
Mustache. And it's got a weird red mustache. It's a black mustache with a red mustache.
Okay, that one is weird because I can't tell if it's lipstick.
No, it's a mustache on a mustache. It's like a double mustache.
I think it looks like lips.
No,
It looks like lips.
maybe. Hold on, let me get the lip one. Where's the lip one at? Oh, I didn't put them on sticks. Now we're way off topic.
Oh, because we got distracted.
I got way distracted. And now I can't find. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the biting lip one. We should put that. No, they don't. Oh, it's backwards.
I can't bite my lip that way.
No,
I
maybe.
can't do it that way.
I can't do it. All right.
Okay.
I'm done. Back to, did you find where we were supposed to be?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So then with all of this, like, do you think that, like, with this particular post, do you think it was actually genuine or was it just a show for social media?
I mean, I feel like
the girl posting the original text messages was all for...
she had no personality and had no joking concept of life at all, because she got really, or maybe she was just for social media. Maybe she just wanted people to agree with her. I don't know. I felt like she was cray cray and delusional, and I don't know how she's getting dates and I'm not. Because I found that hilarious.
I did too.
That the guy actually had a personality, and then she's like,
Maybe we have to have...
Am I
the problem?
Am I the problem for getting? What did she say? Something along the lines of, "Is it just me, or was this? Did this take a turn?" Like, yeah, because you're making it take a turn right now.
I'm also like genuinely
posting your
curious how these
conversation.
women get dates. Like,
Yeah.
Do you have to be boring? I'm sorry, I can't live a boring life.
I can't.
I can't.
Mm.
I need humor
Yeah.
and
100%. That's part of what attracts me to you.
right. Like this
Your
this guy was
ability to
hilarious.
banter and humor and joke.
Anonymous number or original poster. If it doesn't work out with you, please send him our way
Yeah, right?
because
Send us a picture
that was
first.
freaking
Is he cute?
hilarious.
Is he one of the RPs to stay away
He
from?
probably is one of the.
He's
Ps.
probably a red
He's
flag
probably
P.
another way. There you go.
There we go.
Well, I don't know. Like,
Well, right now he is currently in between a beige flag and a green flag because he's got joking.
did we ever determine what a beige flag actually is?
It's just a neutral. That's what I'm going with. It's just a neutral thing.
Okay.
It's there. It's neither green nor red. But he's joking and he's making jokes and lights a thing. And he wasn't mad that you were late. And
That
hadn't
was,
even
like, the
gotten
important
into
part.
an Uber yet.
I know, right? Your Uber driver was running behind or what have you.
Yeah.
No.
And then he was joking. And then he was willing to stand in the line.
That's the part. Like,
100%.
yeah, if you're willing to stand in the line and while I'm freaking still at my house.
Still late.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
100%. You, poster of anonymous postings, are creating drama. Don't create the drama. I'm trying to live a drama-free life. Don't create drama this early in a relationship
Yeah.
over
But
something
also-
dumb.
I feel like a lot of people who post crap like that need, again, back to communication skills, need to learn how to communicate and be like, well, what did you mean by that? Like, just for clarification. But also, get the stick out of your ass.
Yeah. Learn to take,
Take
a joke.
joke.
Take this stick and remove it.
Remove it from thine behind.
Yes. Like, simmer down. Simmer down, person. Simmer down. Anonymous poster. He was joking.
He was joking. Chill out.
He was trying to be funny.
It's fine.
And it may have fallen a little flat with you. But also, I feel like it fell flat earlier when he tried to joke about his awesome parallel parking skills, and you didn't
you didn't catch it then.
comment on
Maybe
it.
that's how we should have known that she
That
was.
she's the
that she
delulu
was.
one?
No, hold on. That she. That you are the asshole.
Anonymous poster.
Anonymous OG poster. Okay, so then back to this. Here we go. Is this a way that some women weaponize female solidarity to avoid accountability?
That's a lot of really big words. Solidarity, weaponize, accountability.
So basically, is this a way for women to hide behind their own faults?
I feel like in this situation, definitely. And I feel like a lot of the posts that we see on here are 100%. I mean, how many ones have we sent back and forth where we'd be like, I found this hilarious. And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe a guy said that.
The pilot guy, that was funny.
Pilot guy, yes.
The pilot guy was funny.
Yes. Like, I feel like definitely it's becoming that. And I know you were saying you wanted to go and join all of the groups of these because of these hilarious ones. And I'm just like sitting over here rolling my eyes at the one group that I'm in and be like, how are women so dumb? How are they so dumb and getting all of these dates?
Maybe it's because, you know what? Maybe it does boil back down to guys liking the dumb girls.
Maybe
Like
I'm
the-
too that.
the
Next time
ditzy
somebody asks me
girl?
why you're single, be like, I'm too smart.
Too smart.
Too smart. I'm too much. That's what I've started telling people. I was
I'm
like,
too
I'm just too much
I'm
for
just
a
too
man.
much.
Just too much.
Well, so I've also recently learned, and actually a friend of mine was, hi B, she was pointing out that I do have a type.
Yes, your type is red flags. We have had this discussion. You go for the red flags.
I don't knowingly go for the red flags.
I tell you all the time they're red flags.
Normally it's the guys with the sense of humor.
So does that mean all guys that have sense of humor are red flags?
Possibly, because they probably have that dark sense of humor because they need therapy.
Maybe.
But okay, this goes back to
Can you
for me to
change
point
a red
out.
flag to a green flag?
I know, right? So maybe this points back out to being a girl's girl and calling them out on their shit. Because Bridget, God bless her, also she's part of my small little group, has absolutely no problem calling me out when I'm being ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it, with my last relationship and even the relationship before that. She was like, which was my when I was married. She's like, whoa, maybe you need to step back and reevaluate things. And I guess at this point too is being held accountable for.
Green flag, Bridget.
I know, right? She is my green flag. But at the same time, me being delusional of like, oh no, like this is fine. It's going to work out. We can push through. And she was sitting there going, no, you've done lost your damn mind. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
To me, that's being a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Again, back to the protecting from making stupid mistakes.
I will say it until I'm blue in the face. I 100% would rather have two really good people who call me on my shit or tell me when I'm doing something good, tell me when I'm doing something bad, tell me when I can't wear pink. Despite the dress being really cute.
I know it was
in the
cute.
pink.
That's what I said. Get a different color though.
Yeah, but it was only cute in the pink. The other colors I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah, but I bet you it would look cute on.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, I would much rather have two solid friends who tell me that or tell me, hey, yeah, that's a great idea. Or, no, that's a terrible idea. Or no, you're being crazy. Than have 20 friends who tell me, yes, that's amazing. Yes, you look great. Yes, that's us. Yes, that's that. Now, I'm sure that'd bump up my ego a little bit, but that's not what I need.
Right?
What I need is
The honesty.
a friend who's honest with me and tells me, no, you can't pull off that shade of pink.
I told
Or
you,
apparently
it is a
most
cute-
grays,
It-
which is
Now-
one of my favorite colors.
Now, in the last video when you had that shirt, it looked gray on camera.
On camera,
it was
it looked
actually
gray.
green. See, like
It's
right
green.
now, the
Yeah, my
stripes are
greens
green,
look
but
gray.
they look gray.
Yeah, why does my green look gray?
I don't. It's probably because of the lighting.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. But again, the shirt looked great on you.
I did like that.
Everybody thought it was gray, so they're like, no, gray looks fine on her. No, it was green. Okay, it
It
was
was
green.
like a sage green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes you. The green makes you look more glowy.
Okay. Or it's the
Tinted moisturizer.
The tinted moisturizer I got and tried out today, which apparently is supposed to. One of the things they said was, do you want to look like you have an Instagram filter on without actually having an Instagram filter on? Does it look like I have an Instagram filter on?
I mean, it looks better than just plain moisturizer.
It also felt a lot better putting it on too, like than the moisturizer with the sunscreen on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Was
it
it
didn't feel gross and.
I might have to try it. I might actually have to order it.
Maybe
So
not.
okay, back
It's
to
on sale right now.
okay. So wait, did you send me the link or did you send me a picture?
I think I sent you a picture.
Okay, you're gonna send me the link.
Okay.
So then now back to this thing though, like since we are apparently judging,
We're judgmental people,
we're judgmental people,
but in the best ways. I feel
judging women who aren't girls.
like. Are we judging people who aren't girls?
No, I don't think we are. I think we're trying to.
I think we just judge everybody.
I mean, well, we're equal opportunist judgers.
We listen and we do judge, but for the right reasons.
Correct. Yes. I thought, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. But then at the same time, so with the one who said, he's a red flag.
Oh, I'm judging her. Great. 100% hardcore.
Well,
What hurt you that you are saying that him joking around?
who hurt you? Probably not enough people because you can't take a joke.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's probably what it is.
Didn't tell you no, or you can't wear pink.
That's
Maybe
what a
that's what it
beige
is.
flag is. Somebody who's boring because maybe she's married to a beige flag.
Who's just there?
Yeah, it's a vanilla relationship.
There's nothing wrong with vanilla relationships.
I didn't.
And
say
if you're
that.
in one, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's-
Ignore what she just said.
The one who gets it, attracts the most red flags. Just ignore what
Ignore
I
what
said.
she says.
Okay. Just ignore that. But at the same time, like, does that mean that person, since she's judging everybody else, is not a girl's girl, even though she claims to be one?
I mean, she was the one who sparked this whole topic with, I'm just here because I'm a girl's girl.
So she's just doing it for
But
the attention.
I think she's definitely doing it for the attention.
right. Okay, so I'm not the only one who thinks that.
No, 100%.
Alright.
Because I don't feel like she actually is being a girl's girl because while, yes, she's being supportive on things that shouldn't be supportive of.
I think this is all just like this particular chat thread was also just like Mean Girls.
Yeah, that's
Like an
really what
episode
it
of-
felt. Like they were
right?
just wanting to be mean girls about the poor guy who was just joking.
Who was the green flag who was just joking?
He stood in the line.
I know,
For you
right?
being late.
Yeah.
He could have just
He
if
could've
he had just been
waited.
like, "Yo, you're 15 minutes late. Peace the fuck out.
I got
Like,
things to
I
do."
got stuff to do." And
Right.
then he could have then he would have been like, "All right, obviously not understanding or flexible, whatever. More of a red flag than that." But he was like, yeah, I'll wait for you. You're not even leaving your house yet, and we're supposed to be meeting already.
Right?
I'm already here, and you haven't left your
Again,
house yet.
he's a green flag.
He's a green flag.
Yeah.
We're going
100%.
to support him.
Yeah. Okay, so then at the same time, can you be a girl's girl and still have male friends?
Yeah. We just said 100%.
100%.
100%.
A couple of my like closest friends are guys.
Just because I'm a girl's girl doesn't mean I can't. Does that mean I can't have guy friends? I feel like that's dumb.
Will that go back into like the feminist?
Are you saying if you're a feminist, you can't have guy friends?
I feel like a lot of them feel that if you're a feminist and you have a guy friend, okay, married guy friends or in a relationship guy friends. I feel a lot of them feel like, no, you can't.
I mean, I think that just shows insecurity on other people's sides.
Okay, so I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Yeah.
Okay, so like
half of my friends are, a good majority of my friends are guy
a
friends.
good chunk of my friends are guys too, but I think it also boils down to we don't have a stick up our ass.
Yeah.
We can take a joke and and we grew up with brothers. So
Yeah.
like it's to me that's just like, yeah, I have guy friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And growing up, I wasn't super girly. Although I can walk better in heels than I can in tennis shoes.
What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I can walk much better in heels, especially high heels. Like, give me a good solid 3-inch heel, 5-inch heel. I can walk
okay,
great
5-inch
in-
heel or 5-inch heel with a platform.
Either.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But also, I did pole fitness, and we would wear big-ass heels, too.
She can pole dance in heels, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, those were some good fitness classes.
Dude, those pole dancing classes?
Yeah.
Now I know why they have the bodies that they do. Christ almighty, I've done a few of them and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You really use. Although I was sad to find out that the actual pole itself spins. They don't spin around the pole.
I mean, you do spin around the pole,
Well,
too,
yeah,
but
for the most
pole
part,
also
yeah.
spins. Fun fact.
There was a video that I
help.
saw with the cat who was holding onto the pole.
Yes, I saw that one too.
Okay, back to topic here. Okay, shaming women who prefer male friendships or don't conform to the hyper feminist behaviors.
I mean, I am a people person.
Right?
If you
I
want to
know.
be a feminist, if you want to be not a feminist, if that's what you want, if you are a male who wants to be a feminist, whatever. I'm here for you.
Like whatever. But don't force.
Especially,
I think don't force me to try to go along with what
don't
you
force
think.
me to be 100% on your beliefs, but I'll support your beliefs.
I'm like, hey. And also, if you're gonna judge me for what I think of a certain situation, and you're a female, then at this point you're not a girl's girl.
Oh, but you know what? That just reminded me of.
Oh, God.
Hold on. So, do you follow Elise Myers?
Yes. Oh my God, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
her.
Love her.
Love her.
100%.
Because she
Love
has
her.
ADHD, admits to it, and makes me feel like I actually do have it.
Well, and then not only that, is she's like real. She tells like the embarrassing stories that she did.
Life. Yes.
So she just posted a couple days ago about she was at some party and her whole plan for this party, it was like an outdoor party type thing, a block party. There was a meat on a stick truck. Did you see this?
No, I
Oh my
haven't
God.
seen it yet.
Okay, so all she wanted to destroy this meat on a stick truck. She wanted to eat all of the meats on a stick.
I can see
So
where
she
this
got
is going.
2 meats on a stick. And then she set one down because somebody came up, was like, oh my gosh, can we get your picture? Blah, blah, blah. I wanted to talk to her. So she took a bite and then they came up. And so she's like, all right, I'm going to put these down. Well, then the cleaning people came by and like threw her meat sticks away.
Oh no.
And she's like, all right. She's like,
I would be so
all right, I'm
heartbroken.
going to get more meats on a stick. So she came back with 2 more meats on a stick. And then she asked the people she was talking to, she's like, hey, to one of the girls, do you want one? I have 2. I haven't eaten them. And the girl was like, actually, no, I'm a vegan. Thank you. And she freaked out and threw them away because she didn't want to offend the person. So then she's like, all I have had are 4 meat sticks. I've only had half of one.
Oh no.
So she's and the girl was like, why did you just throw those away?
Right?
And she's like, I don't know, but I didn't want to offend you by eating meat on a stick.
Oh, see, people pleaser.
Yes. So 100% this, she was like, she didn't want to offend. She didn't want to be, I probably would have been like, all right, I'm not a vegan, but I won't
I'm
eat.
not gonna throw away my meat sticks. I've been looking forward to them.
Yeah. But I honestly, I was thinking about it. I was like, I mean, I probably would have, before I threw it away, 100% for her and her
Sticking in
personality.
my
She
purse.
panicked, threw it away. Done it.
Right.
But I
that's
100% would have been like, oh, do you mind if I eat this right now? Because I've been really looking for, or do you want to,
Oh, I
want
see.
me to wait?
You're a better person than I am.
Yes, again, we have established this. Thank you
I
for
would have eaten them. I'd have been like, well,
reconfirming
that's, you don't want to eat meat? That's fine. That's
Yeah.
on you. I'm going to eat my meat. That
Yeah.
sounded wrong. God dang it. I keep doing that.
You do. You walk right into those. But 100%, I would have been like, hey, would this offend you if I did this? Because I am not a vegan, but I don't want to offend you if you are, and I'm eating a chunk of meat in front of you. Maybe you're not it because it makes you sick, or maybe the smell of
Right.
it makes you gag. I don't want to make you sick at this party just by me chomping down on my meat stick.
But at the same time,
100% I would have.
if you know there's going to be a meat stick truck and you get nauseous with the smell of meat, don't go to the meat sticks.
Don't be talking with somebody who really wants their meat stick.
Right? I would have used that as a deterrent. And be like, yep, I've got meat. Stay
Got
away.
meat sticks.
Because I don't want to people that day, but I'd still go.
100% don't want to people. There was lots of days I don't want to people. I still show up though, but that doesn't make me not a girl's girl because
Because you,
I have my own thoughts on things. I don't have to blindly follow your thoughts or your non-meat eating.
all right, let's go back to our post and being a girl's girl and dating
I
scenarios.
wrapped it back around.
No, I know. We're trying to stay on topic. We can't let the squirrels out today. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. too.
It's already 2.
Now we're talking about meat sticks,
That's why I'm thinking chicken shawarma.
right? And I'm playing with the sticks that all of our props are on.
Okay, so back to girls and dating scenarios. So, and this like wraps back up to our post. Is it your responsibility to warn the next girl about your ex?
I mean, it depends. I feel like because we do see a lot of those too. Some may be like, oh yeah, I dated them 2 years ago, but I can tell you at especially certain ages, I am not the same person dating or in the same place of
Right.
dating I was 2 years ago as I am now.
You're right.
Okay, well, 2 years ago I was, but like it's just different points in my life. It's as long as they didn't like physically hurt me or sexually hurt, or, like mentally, like nothing that causes those major
Right.
traumas. I feel like
Let them be.
let them be, move on. I feel like that's you being too involved in your ex's new life.
That's called moving on without closure.
Yeah,
Having issues without having that closure.
yeah. So as long as you're not, none of those crazy things that happened. Now, if they cheated on you, I would say, hey, just be cautious. They did cheat on me. Doesn't mean that's who they are now, or doesn't mean or maybe we just weren't right together, and that's why.
And that happens. I mean, and it happens that there are things, that do happen like that. I know of several couples who, as bad as it might sound, they ended up in a relationship because they each cheated. But however, they don't have those problems with each other.
Yeah, I mean that just goes back to like obviously in your
Growing.
relationship there's
Right.
issues
There's
that you
issues.
need to work on and
Right.
fix, and not being done
Right.
because your communication isn't good.
That and whatever works for them as a couple might not have worked for you guys as a couple.
Exactly.
Like what you think is a red flag might not be a red flag to the other girl.
Like
Like
half
some
of these posts.
yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, half of these posts, I feel like they're like, that's a red flag. That's a
No,
red
this
flag.
girl, he said the word Karen coffee, and it's a red flag according to the Haymarker dating. We got to look at that. We got to read
Yeah.
that, what it says.
But I didn't think that was a red flag. I thought that was hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
The pilot one, I thought that was funny.
I
you
love
haven't
it was
heard
good.
that-
The
that
roasting the
quick and
marshmallows
dirty.
on the car fire. That was hilarious,
Yes.
but took a weird turn. I was like, ooh.
Took a weird turn with the
It would have been better
chloroform,
without the chloroform, but yes.
Still thought that was funny. So does that mean, are they still they're not a red flag to me.
I don't think, I mean, at that point, no. Which then,
Or
you
am
know,
I just ignoring red flags?
I mean, okay, let's just say 4 years ago, I was very good at ignoring those, okay? 5 years ago. 4, 5. It's 5. Now I'm like, nope, red flag.
Yeah.
No, red flag.
I also think the word red flag wasn't really out 5 years ago.
Well,
so we didn't really say,
right.
like, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
We're like,
That's, but I'm a bull. I'll go right to them sometimes. But again, at the same time, like as long as they aren't like abusing in any sort of way, you know, mentally, physically,
Yeah.
sexually, financially, what have you, I think everybody's relationship tolerances are different.
yeah. And what they consider red flags are different.
It's very different. But then it also, okay, so if a woman is
So
dating,
stay out of their relationship.
yeah, stay out of the relationship, which then brings us back to this. If a woman dates your ex, is she betraying you or just living her life?
Well, if like you start dating my ex, or if just some random person starts
First of all, I would
dating
never
my
date
ex.
your ex. I've heard the stories. Okay.
Right. All of my stories.
All of them.
I mean, my most recent ex is dead, so you can't really date him.
No, but
I mean, I guess you could.
ew.
I don't know what you're into. That brings a whole new definition to ghosting.
Butt up, butt. Where's my little butt up butt? I think it's this one. Hold on.
Your sound effects aren't there.
Oh, it's not there. I
But you can
muted
get
it.
a hat. Ba-dum-bum. Just a little delayed on the sound effect.
I forgot to unmute it.
No, but like if I was dating a guy and then we broke up, and if it was like a amicable breakup, and then you were like, "Yo, Kayla," I mean, I think if you do it secretly, I'm gonna be like,
That's shady AF.
shady. But if you were like, "Yo, Kayla, I know these things didn't work out with you guys. Feel like there's some chemistry. Would you mind if I pursued it?" I'd like to think, as long as it wasn't anything like traumatic that he did to me, that
On
I'd be
any
like,
part.
yeah, sure, if that's what you feel like, but also don't expect me to be like immediately, let's go on double dates, because I feel like that would be
That
weird.
would be so weird.
But yeah, 100%. I feel like you're not betraying me as long as you didn't do anything crazy shady now, or you aren't acting shady about it.
Well, I think that, and then like if I didn't actually know who you were dating, like if we'd never met that, like if I'd never met the other person, and then you guys broke up, and I'd be like, oh, just randomly find him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, look, this is who I'm dating now.
And then I'd be
For
like,
the record, I would
surprise.
never. I know. For the record, I would probably never start dating again, but that's beside the point. So you don't have to worry about
Okay, all right.
that. Okay, so here's a good one. Should women always side with each other in cheating scandals? I know that one. I'm like, what? Well, I guess it depends who cheated.
I was like, yeah, it depends who cheated.
Because at that point,
Like,
I mean,
if she's cheating, no, I'm not going to automatically side with you. Also, I don't think anybody should cheat. If you feel like you're at that point, you need to have a conversation with that person.
Be
and
an adult.
Be an adult.
enough to say, hey,
Yeah, if you're
this is
adult
where
enough
I'm
to be
at.
in a relationship like that, you're adult enough to have that tough conversation of, hey,
Right.
either A, B, or C needs are not being met.
What can we do to fix
What
this?
can we either do to fix this, or
Right.
move on because I need those needs met.
Right. The palpitations.
But also, no, I will not blindly agree with a girl on cheating things just because she's a girl.
It's fair.
Maybe I'm not a girl's girl. Maybe I thought I
think-
was all this time and I'm not.
And we're not.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
we're
know.
just people.
According to the definition, we still are.
True.
Okay, so
But then according to these other,
according to these other things, we
Other
might
things
not
we're
so
not.
much. Well, no, these are just like ideas. Like,
Okay.
can you like discussion topics
discussion topics.
based off of the definition of "Are you a girl's girl?" Yes, we definitely are.
But I also say I would do those things for guys too. So I'm just a people.
I'm a people.
That's clearly what it is.
I have no problem calling my guy friends out on their bullshit.
100%.
It's-
I call
yeah.
them out more often than the girls though.
You see, girl's girl. Or are you for not calling them out on their shit?
No, I feel like I feel like the guys just have more shit to call out on
I mean,
than a lot of my girls' friends.
because women mature younger than men do, and
Yeah.
we're middle aged according to you.
I said we're middle-aged adults. We're at the very beginning of our middle adult age. Per the textbooks I've just spent 2.5 years studying.
Those textbooks and should be shoved up somebody's ass. Shove it up anonymous 866.
866.
That's a red flag. All right. So the aesthetics versus the reality of it is being a girl's girl, a personal brand.
Ugh, I feel like people are making it a brand
Out
with
of nothing.
yeah, with their like, oh, this. But I feel like that's just, I don't know,
Or those just
social
like
media
trends.
thing,
Right?
trends.
Okay. So back to social media versus reality. Everybody posts, oh, I'm going to brunch with the girlies and showing them having a good time. And in reality, they're sitting at home on their couch with their cat. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I want a cat. Sorry.
Can you say I am the ADHD squirrel person?
Oh, I was thinking about the bobcat that's getting our chickens.
Um,
But yeah, like, so is being a girl's girl all for show? Back to
I
that.
don't think it's all for show, but I do think people make it part of their personality and
Okay.
should not be part of your personality. Like,
You're either a supportive friend in all aspects or you're not necessarily just a
Yeah.
quote unquote girl's girl.
yeah,
I think that's maybe that's what I am. I'm just a friend.
I'm just a good friend.
I'm just a good friend and I will call you
It's not
out
that
on
I'm
your
a girl's
crap.
girl. I'm a good friend.
I'm a good friend. Yeah. Oh, okay. So then that brings, okay, that's right. That's where I was trying to go with that. Sorry. The squirrel got off its track again. All right. So then reality versus Instagram life filters. Are we confusing a girl's girl with the influencer's version of a girly girl?
Probably.
Right?
I feel like, yeah, but I feel like this time and age is so heavily interneted and social media that we get all of these ridiculous things that pop up and we're like, we would have never thought of XYZ. We would have never thought of eating Tide Pods. But apparently it was a thing on Instagram or TikTok or something. And
What was that?
then
I
everybody
can't
did
remember.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I feel like a lot of things are so social media that
Right.
it becomes a thing now. And we're probably confusing a lot of things that we used to think are
Everyday life.
it is. And then they're like, no, now there's a name for it. And you're like,
That's the thing that gets me, like branding every single effing thing.
not
Yeah.
everything has to be branded, yo.
Right?
Peeps.
Peeps. Like
Stop
this one
it.
right here, calling every woman queen, but talks
Yes,
trash.
queen.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. I love
But
when the
then
gay
talks
guys
trash about
spell
it
it
behind me.
with the KWEEN.
I don't think I've seen that.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
My friends did that. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, my gay friends need to step it up.
He's the best. I love him. But then, okay, so here are like what they consider like girls, but like red flag versions of them. Okay, and
Ooh,
calling
red
every
flag girls.
right, calling every woman queen, but then talk shit about them behind their back.
Yeah. See, you're not a girl's girl then. If you're talking shit
Right?
about your person behind your back, you're not a girl's girl.
It's a
You're not
shitty
good
friend, is what that is. It's
Yes.
not even a friend.
Not
That's
a
just
friend.
a shitty person.
Yeah. So don't do that.
That goes in with this one with I support all women, but then make fun of others' appearances. You know, women are the very first people to judge other women.
Didn't we have a whole conversation about this in one of our earlier episodes?
I don't remember if we had it on
About
the
how
episode
we need
or
to bump people up
yeah,
and stop talking.
because it's
And then
just
how
showing your
the
insecurities.
women we felt like women were the most judgy people.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We did talk about that. We
See,
did talk
look
about
at
that.
Mine like a steel trap.
Yeah. So one of my guy friends even pointed that out. He's like, he goes, men don't really care about all that, right? He goes, it's mostly women who care about that and care what other women are doing. And I was like, well, logically, yes, I know that.
Logically. Logic is
However,
sound. However,
I've gotten to the point where like I don't give two flying F's what other women think. I do me for me.
yeah, I definitely do me for me
Yeah.
now,
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. But, I mean, definitely in my 20s, I would do all extra and then be like, oh my God, the guys are blah, 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 or I need to do this so that I look pretty, or blah, blah, blah. And then it was the girls who do the most judging.
Right.
The guys are like, what is?
I 100%
I
judge.
know mustache trio. Sorry. Stop judging.
And here's the thing, and it's not necessarily me judging women who wear a shit ton of makeup to where when they take it off, it doesn't even look like them.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to find you if you go missing, okay? Because we don't know what you really look like.
Also, I just feel like that's so much weight.
How are
and
your
pressure
pores not
and, like,
clogged?
maybe I
because they
just
wash-
touch my face too much, but
I don't. I can't. I'll like rub my nose because.
I mean, I feel like I've been playing with my
Well, it's because you have your filter on, your non-filter filter on.
my non-filter filter.
Yeah.
No, I don't even like heavy moisturizer. So I can't imagine the moisturizer, the heavy mascara, or the heavy foundation, plus the contour, plus all the other stuff people put on. I don't even know. Plus
Yeah.
the finishing. No,
I don't.
I'm- my face feels heavy just thinking about it.
It's gross. Oh,
I
look,
need
my Amazon package is 10 stops away.
Oh, nice.
I
Thanks,
don't remember-
Amazon.
I remember what I ordered. All right. I lost. That's what I get for scrolling. Oh, so yeah, this circles back to the girl's girl, but then posts cryptic shade when she's mad. Again, not a
Not a
girl's
girl's
girl.
girl then.
No,
I don't feel like if you're doing these things, you're not. You're
that
not
does
a
not
girl's
show
girl.
loyalty.
That is not your definition of girl's girl we talked about earlier. So therefore, you are just a shitty person.
So then, okay, let's close it out with if you're not, by definition, the women in these posts are not girls.
Correct. They
So-
are just,
And we can probably
Shitty
all
people.
agree that they need therapy.
and that those women are red flags.
Okay.
Red flags that need therapy.
So there you go. So let's circle back because I want to say
Let's put that definition back
that's
in.
what I'm trying to find. Okay, I just have to like
way
legit
back in the
find
front
it.
of your notes. The top
Dude,
of your
those were a
notes.
long time ago. All right, let's see here.
There we go. What is a girl's girl? Loyal, ride or die, no competition, always supportive.
Whether it's a good support or what they feel is bad support, as long as you're keeping them safe,
Yes.
making sure they're not doing stupid shit and calling them out on their shit, you're still being supportive.
Yes.
Okay.
You can call somebody out on your shit and still be supportive.
Facts.
And you can tell people honest opinions and still be considered supportive.
Yes.
And
Agreed.
that makes you a girl's girl.
by definition,
Not by definition.
not by what we
Not
our
by
opinions.
these people that are saying, I'm a girl's girl, but you really clearly are
You're
not.
not. You're not. Otherwise, you would have told her that she's crazy and just to lighten up because he
Yeah.
has a sense of humor.
You're not here to be a girl's girl.
No.
866. You're here to
We're just gonna number
put
them now.
stupid opinions on people. And
I still think she's a lesbian.
I mean, she didn't say she was married to a man, so and there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian.
No,
That's fine.
That's
we
fine.
have several friends who are
yeah, right. We're lesbians and gay. I mean, that's,
yeah.
Again, all right, but yes, circling. We got to close it out. I realize we're almost at an hour here.
Oops.
It's just
Okay.
the squirrels. This was a hot topic. All right.
This was drama. This was a drama
yes.
topic.
So, by definition, are you a girl's girl, or what? Did you even realize that you were not a girl's?
I mean,
girl's
I think
girl?
we just realized I'm a people
I'm a people too.
not necessarily a
girl's girl.
girl's girl.
Yeah.
But do I support my girlies? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Do I? Oh, I got scissors.
Oh,
That's
God,
bad.
let's put the drum shears down.
Bad thing. Heck yeah, I support my girlies, but I haven't made it my whole livelihood or my whole personality.
I would say you haven't made your own branding.
Yes,
You're not branding yourself
I'm
as a
not
girl's
branded or branding or
No.
Brandy.
girl. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandy. And on that note, thanks for
Thanks, guys.
listening.
Bye.
Let us know if you think you're a girl's girl or a people. And comment below, follow, like, share,
Do the
all
things.
of the above.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.